All right, probably the best news right out of the gates, Baggedmilk, is that McDavid is healthy. There's no concerns after taking the post in the back there the other night.
How quiet did Rogers' plays get after that happened?
Yeah.
I was in Calgary when that thing happened a few years ago, so I had some PTSD just kind of roaring back as soon as I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough to watch someone like McDavid who obviously the impact he has on every game is just it's massive to see him go down like that, and then to see the team kind of that kind of
rally around it.
Yeah, that sparked the boys the other night, right? Like that got them going.
Yeah,
it sparked the boys. Like one guy in particular that I would give some love to is Leon Draisaitl. He basically just kind of looked at the situation and said, "All right, boys. Everybody on my back, I got this." And then what he did is just went out and tore things up. So you're 100% right, Locke. They rallied around McDavid going down. Having him come back obviously helps. But the fact that he was pointless in that game against Pittsburgh, and the rest of the team handled the business was excellent. That was a really good sign for me.
They're in St. Louis tonight, and do you expect this one to be just as boring as Saturday's game?
100%. Like, that was painful.
That might have been the most boring game I've ever watched.
It was awful. And if I'm a Blues fan, I can't believe that that's what they have to watch for 82 games, because I just can't. I can't understand that approach. I understand that the trap is effective and they sit back and they clog the neutral zone as soon as they get a lead, and it's very, very boring. But man, is that painful to watch. I'm hoping the Oilers can just get the first goal so that St. Louis can't just sit back in that trap. But we'll see what happens.
Well, and the games go so fast too because there's no whistles. Like that game on Saturday was super fast.
Well, it also was at 2:00. So how many people even forgot there was a game at 2:00 on a Saturday, right? So I'm hoping everybody, Oilers included, are a little bit more ready to go and prepped for tonight's game against St. Louis. And it's also the first road trip of the year. So
6 o'clock start.
The boys have a little, 6 o'clock start. Hopefully the boys have something to rally around.
I want to mention this quickly. I think what we saw the other night in the Penguins game with McDavid going down and the rest of the team, like you could see the concern from the team is you got a team that's gelling, and I just wanted to point that out because I was very impressed by it. It's obvious that McDavid is becoming a real leader, right? Because we don't see signs of it because he's such a quiet guy. He's not great in the press. Right, and so we don't have a really good sense of the type of guy that he is in the locker room, and I think we got a sign that that's his team, the other night.
Well, even the clips that Sportsnet showed when he came back from that injury, where Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goes and checks and he says, "Are you okay?" And then Nuge was taking the draws for him, and then Draisaitl comes and checks, and then Nurse comes and checks. Everybody was checking in to see how he was doing. So I 100% buy what you're selling, Locke. I think that there's no doubt this is Connor's team, and it was really nice to see the boys rally around him going down and coming back.
Yeah. What's your favorite depth player right now?
Favorite depth player, who I've actually liked so far? He hasn't got a goal yet this season, but I feel like it's coming. As Warren Fogle looks like he's playing with a different level of.
What did I say?
Yeah, Locke was talking about how much he likes McLovin.
I am a fan. He has got
McLovin. He's great. He is
such a great
he's got
game.
All the tools, man. Against Pittsburgh, he's flying around the ice. He scores a beauty that Derek Ryan assisted in the third period. I've got a ton of time for Ryan McLeod. I think he's going to be a beauty.
Yes.
I don't know where his ceiling is.
Yeah.
But, man, he's fun to watch develop.
He's got 3 goals already, I believe.
Yeah.
Ryan McLeod does, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that Fogel's going to be a guy to watch. He plays with such intensity. And that's the thing that I've really noticed this year. Outside of the poor starts, they got to figure that out. They can't seem to get themselves going in the first period. But the thing that I've noticed is that bottom 6, man. When the best looking coach in the NHL throws out one of those lines, they're giving her. Like they are out there and they're playing their nuts off. Like it's great to see. Yeah.
Well, when you got Brad Pitt sending you out and giving you messages of encouragement, you go out and do everything you can for him, right? But I agree that having the bottom 6 that can actually hold their own, like for a long time, Locke, the bottom 6 was just kind of staying afloat, and having a crew back there that could do more than stay afloat, chip in a little bit of offense, maybe. Like the goals are coming. Those guys are just they're busting their asses and they're doing everything we need them to. The goals are going to come, and that's going to be a huge benefit to the Oilers going forward.
Yeah.
There's Dylan Holloway.
He's back, right?
Back.
He's skating.
He's on the road trip. Yeah, he's been practicing with the boys. He's on the road trip. I don't know if he's going to play tonight in St. Louis or tomorrow in Chicago, but the plan is for him to play on this road trip. I like that the Oilers are slow playing him because, one, he didn't have the greatest start to the first 3 games, and then he got blown up by Lyubushkin last week when we were chatting. So just take it slow with him, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a great hit. And unfortunately, he was a southbound truck against a northbound train on that one.
All right. We'll watch for Frank tonight and his picks. And we got a 6 o'clock start for the Oilers tonight, in St. Louis. Thank you for your time, Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation.
Thanks, boys.
The Locker Room for Always Plumbing and Heating. Weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.